he basically, he gave me up for medical experimentation, which was partly because my mother has an unusual iris color. It's called central heterochromia. And this is my dear friend and my cousin, Doug McIntyre's research that I'm going to be talking about here. But central heterochromia was something that the Nazis were fascinated with. So the Nazis in the Second World War were absolutely obsessed with the occult. And in the Hindu religion, people with central heterochromia could see ghosts and they could see the future and they had a lot of abilities. So the Nazis were experimenting, particularly on gypsies that had this eye coloration. Central heterochromia is very much like, you see a lot of Hollywood elites with this eye color. So you've got people with full heterochromia have two different colored eyes. So you might have a green eye and a blue eye, or a green eye and a brown eye, or blue and brown. With central heterochromia, there's a circle of a different color around the pupil than there is around the rest of the iris. And like I said, in the Hindu religion, those are the seers. Those are the more psychic individuals. My mother had that eye color. I believe my father selected her for that, for breeding. So, and it's interesting, he must have either, I don't remember seeing anybody with that eye color on his side of the family, but my mother had it. And I believe his first wife, who also died in very strange circumstances, we believe she was murdered. And that's another inquest that needs to happen. And because she died at a time when my mother had already met my father, was seeing him and had become impregnated with him, and I think she'd just given birth to his child. So the first wife had to go, because if he'd had to divorce her, he would have had to let go of the house that had the bunker and the tunnels, which was never going to happen. So his first wife was gotten rid of. It was a horrible, horrible experience. So it's interesting because one of my other siblings from her, because I've got 3 half siblings, well, 2 now, one's dead, and 2 full siblings. One of my other half siblings also has this central heterochromia. So my father was choosing, I believe, women to breed with who had this in the family in the interest of producing children that he could then hand over to the MK Ultra program for this experimentation. And I'm a product of that, even though I see myself as, well and truly above the abuse that I experienced.